Have you ever wondered how long it would take for your money to double without any magic, lottery tickets, or just sheer luck? What if I told you that the great Albert Einstein himself supposedly called the rule of 72 one of the most powerful mathematical discoveries ever? Maybe even more important than his theory of relativity. I know, it sounds a little unbelievable, right? Well, in this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on the rule of 72. It has a simple, yet totally life-changing formula that can help you build wealth, plan your investments, and even beat inflation. This isn't some new age trick. This principle has been around for over 500 years. It was first mentioned by Luca Pacioli, who is basically the father of accounting, in his 1494 book. Since then, it's helped countless investors, economists, and regular people just like us make smarter financial decisions. So, make sure you stick around, because we're going to dive into how you can use this rule in real life, from your savings and investments to tackling inflation and planning for the future. And hey, if you're ready to get smarter with your money, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more practical wisdom on building wealth and success. Alright, let's start with the basics. What exactly is the rule of 72? Simply put, it's a quick and easy formula to estimate how long it'll take for your money to double at a fixed annual rate of return. It's a mental shortcut that saves you from doing complicated math on a calculator. Here's the formula. It's super simple. You just take the number 72 and divide it by your interest rate. The answer you get is the number of years it will take to double your money. For example, let's say you invest your money somewhere that gives you a 6% annual interest rate. You take 72, divide it by 6, and you get 12. That means it will take about 12 years for your investment to double. See? Easy. But this rule isn't just for investments. It's an incredibly versatile financial tool. It can help you plan your long-term financial goals, like retirement. It helps you evaluate how effective your investments are. You can use it to estimate the real impact of inflation on your savings. And, on the flip side, it can show you how fast your debt can grow if you're not careful. Now, it's important to know that the rule is most accurate for interest rates between 6% and 10%. Once you get outside that range, it becomes a little less precise. But even then, it's still one of the most widely used tools in finance for a quick mental estimate. It gives you a ballpark figure that's good enough to make informed decisions on the fly. To really get why the rule of 72 is so powerful, you need to understand the engine that makes it all work: compound interest. Compound interest is the real secret behind building wealth. It means you earn interest not just on your initial investment, but also on the interest that your money has already earned. Basically, your money starts making money for you. Let's break it down with a simple example. Imagine you invest $10,000 at a 6% interest rate. When you use the rule of 72, you can quickly see how long it'll take for that snowball to really pick up speed. At that 6% interest rate, we know it takes 12 years to double your money. But what if you could find an investment that pays 12%? Well, 72 divided by 12 is 6. It would only take 6 years to double your money. You cut the time in half. The biggest takeaway here is this: start as early as you possibly can. Time is your single greatest ally when it comes to growing your wealth through compound interest. The longer your money has to work for you, the more powerful that compounding effect becomes. Okay, let's get practical and apply the rule of 72 to some real-world investment scenarios. Imagine you have a few different options for where to put your money. First, a standard savings account. These often offer a very low interest rate, let's say 1% per year. Using our rule, 72 divided by 1 is 72. That means it would take 72 years to double your money. 72 years, that's a lifetime. Next, let's look at government bonds. They're considered safer and might offer around a 5% annual return. So, 72 divided by 5 gives us 14.4 years. Much better, right? Your money doubles in a little over 14 years. How about mutual funds? Historically, they might average an 8% annual return. Let's do the math. 72 divided by 8 equals 9 years. Now we're talking. You're doubling your money every 9 years. And finally, let's consider stocks, which can be more volatile but have higher potential returns. If you average a 12% annual return, 72 divided by 12 is just 6 years. Every 6 years, your investment doubles. As you can clearly see, the higher the interest rate, the less time it takes for your money to grow. This simple rule perfectly illustrates why investing your money smartly, rather than just letting it sit in a low-interest savings account, can dramatically change your financial future. You can also use the rule of 72 to quickly evaluate if a new investment opportunity is even worth your time. If the numbers don't look promising, you can easily compare it to other options and adjust your strategy before you commit a single dollar. Now let's talk about something that works against your wealth: inflation. Inflation is like a silent thief that slowly eats away at the purchasing power of your money. What a dollar buys you today, it won't buy you in the future. Luckily, the rule of 72 can also help you understand this. You can use it to estimate how long it will take for inflation to cut the value of your money in half. Let's say the average inflation rate is 3% per year, which is a common target for many economies. You take 72 and divide it by 3. You get 24 years. This means that in 24 years, the value of your money will be cut in half. Something that costs $100 today could cost $200 in 24 years. But what happens when inflation gets higher, as we've seen in recent years? Let's say it spikes to 6.8%. Now, 72 divided by 6.8 is about 10.6 years. In just over a decade, prices could double. Your savings would lose half their buying power in just 10 years. This is exactly why it is so critical to invest your money in places where the returns are higher than the rate of inflation. Otherwise, even if your account balance stays the same, you are actually losing wealth. Your money is worth less and less each year. The rule of 72 can be a real eye-opener, especially when it comes to your savings strategy. A lot of people feel safe keeping their money in a traditional savings account. But as we saw, these accounts often earn next to nothing, maybe 1% interest if you're lucky. Let's do that math one more time. 72 divided by 1 is 72 years. But what if you took that same $1,000 and invested it in something like a broad market index fund, which historically has averaged around 7% annually over the long term? Let's apply the rule. 72 divided by 7 is about 10. That's just 10 years to double your money. Now you're doubling your money every decade instead of every 72 years, with the exact same starting amount. This powerfully demonstrates why just saving money isn't enough to get rich. You have to put your money to work for you. That means investing it in assets that grow over time, whether that's stocks, real estate, or even your own business. The great thing is, you don't need to be a financial genius to use this rule. Whether you're planning for retirement, figuring out how to pay off debt, or setting investment goals, this simple formula can guide your decisions. Here are a few practical ways to apply it in your everyday life. Let's talk about debt. If your credit card has a high interest rate, say 18%, you can use the rule to see the danger. 72 divided by 18 is 4. That means your credit card debt could double in just 4 years if you don't make payments. That's a powerful motivator to pay it off quickly. Or for retirement planning, you can estimate how long it'll take for your retirement fund to grow based on the expected returns of your investments. This can help you see if you're on track. For education planning, you can forecast how your college savings fund might grow over time to meet future tuition costs. Of course, the rule of 72 is a guideline. For big life decisions, it's always a good idea to consult with a financial advisor who can help you align your investments with your specific goals and your tolerance for risk. So, as we wrap up, it's clear the rule of 72 is much more than just a math formula. It's a mindset shift. It teaches us the importance of patience, the power of smart investing, and the incredible value of time. Whether you're saving, investing, or just trying to stay ahead of inflation, this rule can be your financial compass. Remember, building wealth rarely comes from a stroke of luck. It comes from knowledge, discipline, and consistency over time. So, start applying what you've learned today. Let compound interest and the rule of 72 work their quiet magic in your financial life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more practical lessons on money and success. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and let your money work for you.